So I don't want to cook because I am feeling under the weather, but alas, we all have to eat something. So we have my fiance. Say hi, fiance.
Hi, fiance.
Helping me slice up some onions. Slicing up some onions because today we are going to be making some oxtail soup. So this is a Filipino dish. This is not the one with peanut butter for all you guys who are thinking it is. It's actually just more of a stew. It's super easy, and we're going to be using a... Oh, my nose, it's dripping. Cut the cameras. Cut the cameras. Now that we've gotten that figured out, this is going to be a oxtail stew. It's going to be super duper easy. It's perfect when you're feeling sick, like... So anyways, we are going to be using an air fryer from Ninja. It is like the most amazing thing I have in my house because it can pressure cook, air fry, bake, and all that good stuff. So yeah, let's get going. I know everyone's had their days where they just did not want to cook, but honestly, with being sick, an oxtail soup sounded so good, I just had to. My fiance and I don't normally cook together, but we were both feeling pretty under the weather, so fortunately, we both had some energy to help each other cook. And doing this is pretty easy, just keep watching. Onions done. Oh wow, it's going. Do you like this angle?
It's better than the last one.
Well, unlike other YouTube boyfriends, you get to be shown on the first episode. How do you feel about that?
Wow.
We can only see you with oh, we just saw your eyes. I was gonna say eyes down. First things first, we are just going to peel our garlic. Cameron and I are not big garlic snobs. We used to use the ones that were already crushed and peeled from Costco, but it's 2024, ladies and gentlemen, and we are progressing and peeling these ourselves. This is our handy dandy Ninja air fryer with all these functions. Today we are going to be using the pressure function. So as you guys can see, this is a well-used air fryer. It's a testament to how often we use it, and you should buy it now. Good thing about Costco is they do the peel back meat containers. And you pop it in just like that. We have handy dandy boiled water here. Now we are just gonna put it in there. So we like to make a lot of food because we don't like to cook every single day, but this week's gonna be a little anomaly because we got tons of groceries that we need to cook sooner than later, so that's why we're making a ton of food. So let's show you guys what's in this pot. I cannot remember how big this Ninja is, but it is pretty big. So
I think it's
as
10
you
quart.
Oh, okay, it's 10 quart, ladies and gentlemen. So as you see, it's kind of about maybe halfway, almost, less than. And we're just gonna not fill that up with water, but just like put maybe like halfway to cover up the meat. You don't have to cover up the entire thing. I don't know if you guys can see the water that I've placed in there, but it's not even to the top of this one, of this like lower level meat. And this one's just kind of hanging out. This top level, it's not even really in the water because it doesn't fit, but it'll be okay. Okay, so let's show the folks, excuse me, the fish sauce we must use. We are using the 3 Crabs brand, and this is fish sauce or patis in Filipino or Tagalog, but you cannot use salt to do the oxtail. You have to use fish sauce because that is a part of the flavor, and you're going to be greatly missing out if you substitute it for salt, so just don't do it, guys. We also never use Thai chilies. Well, I don't think this is typical in a Filipino dish, but maybe it is, who knows, because different regions have different practices in the Philippines. But we are going to be putting this baby, we usually use red. I don't know if there's a difference with the red and the green, but we only have the green one today. So we're going to do the green Thai chilies for a little This is how much garlic we are putting in there. So this is fresh garlic, which is a lot more pungent than the store-bought already minced one. We are garlic and onion lovers, if you can't tell. Some black pepper. So for all you guys that have not used a pressure cooker, this is the pressure cooker lid for the air fryer. There's this black, like rubbery thing. You have to make sure that it's really, yeah, it's a seal. You have to make sure that it's not like out like that. You have to make sure it's pushed in, because this is going to seal up the cooker so that way it can pressurize. Because if you don't seal this well, it's not going to pressurize, and you're just going to be wasting your time like figuring out why it's taking 5 hours to cook, because it should not take 5 hours to cook.
It's not a crock pot.
Right. It's not a crock pot, although it can be used as a crock pot. You just have to put it in. Well, we haven't put in the onions yet, but just letting you guys know, you just put the lid on. You guys, I'm kind of scared. I think my fiance is trying to kill me with all these Thai chilies that he's putting in there. So hopefully I'll still be alive to edit this video. You know who to blame if not. The good thing about pressure cooking, you literally just throw everything into the pot. So we're putting all of this. This is our garlic, onion, and Thai chilies. And let's go. I try to make sure it's kind of at least in the water. Just kind of push all that goodness into the water. I think this is like a better representation of like how much water is in the pot. I think I definitely put a little bit more than I normally do, because this one's actually submerged in the water, which is not usual, but I'm sure it'll still be great. Having meat like still up out of the water is normal, so that's not a problem. Almost to the last step. We are putting the lid on. Again, make sure you guys have that rubber piece. I'm not a chef or anything like that. This is just what my mama told me. Oh my god. We forgot the fish sauce and the bouillon.
That was a close one.
So we almost forgot our important steps, which is the beef bouillon. Okay, so we got the Better Than Bouillon. We got this baby from Costco. We've been using it and we love it. And our 3 Crabs fish sauce. Don't forget that, guys. You do not want flavorless oxtail. And like I said, we don't really measure, so you know, it's everything, it's kind of different. It says the serving size is 1 teaspoon. So I'm putting about this much. I don't really have a reason why, but this is how much I'm putting.
Mama Linda says, you know, you just do a little ladle.
Right. Linda's my mom, by the way.
Not a full ladle, a little ladle.
Oh my god, okay. This is my spatula. I know people get pressed because there's no like recipe, but it is what it is. Just kind of gotta cook and see what happens. So maybe we'll do like 2.5. The fish sauce is cool because you can honestly add some more later. But I do want some of that flavor to get in the meat now, which is why we're putting this now. I am loving all the garlic. So after this, guys, we are going to be putting mushrooms and spinach, but we're not going to be doing that until later when this is cooked. So Last step, again, put the lid on. Excuse the cat hair. You see there is a seal button and a vent button. It's gonna be loose. As you can see, that's normal. So you're just gonna put it towards the seal. Like, it's not gonna lock or anything. It's just like that, towards the seal. So you just turn it on. You're gonna put it to pressure, time. Okay, we're gonna do 50 because there was quite a bit of meat in there.
Why did you do longer? Because it's tenderized. Makes it nice and soft.
Yeah, this is going to tenderize the crap out of that beef. And it's gonna be literally fall off the bone delicious. And it's just gonna do this preheat sign until it's ready to cook. And once it's actually built up the steam and the pressure in there, then it's gonna say cooking and there's gonna be a countdown. So you guys don't have to worry about it overcooking or anything, and then it'll just keep it warm for you. So, final tip, because I actually have a friend who I told her this recipe because she loved it, but she's never used a pressure cooker before. What my dad told me, and that it's stuck in my mind, is that when this is done, you're supposed to completely depressurize the entire container. So that's going to be done by putting it to the vent side, and all that steam is going to come out via that vent. And once all that steam is out, that is when it's okay to take it out. There are like tons of stories, all of these explosions and like these firemen not owning a pressure cooker themselves. So I'm just gonna let you guys know, in my 28 years of living, we used a pressure cooker every single week, but we literally used it all the time and we never had any issues as long as you let it completely depressurize. My dad always told me that it would explode in your face if you didn't do that, and I guess that's actually what happened. So be careful, everybody. And be safe with your pressure cooker and be alive to enjoy your oxtail. So my fiance ended up taking this video for me. Basically, remember to put that little clip thing to the vent side, the same one that you did to put it on the seal. Now put it to the right, which is to vent, and let that steam entirely come out. Once the steam stops and you're sure that there's no more steam coming out, you could take off the cap. So the mushroom and the Thai chilies are completely optional and they're not normally found when making oxtail, but we prefer it this way, so I think you guys are going to enjoy it too. Okay guys, so we just added another about 1.5 or 2 ladles. We like switched our ladle over to this one just because it's easier to grab the soup. I never know which one really is like what's flavorful, whether it's the bouillon or the pâtés, but I think the bouillon itself adds some flavor, so I'm just gonna add a little bit more and then call it a day. So these are both salty. I forgot to mention that earlier. Just be careful when you're adding all your fish sauce and your bouillon, because this is all gonna add sodium to your dish, but with flavor. We're just gonna let these mushrooms cook, and then the last thing I'm gonna do is put in the spinach. We actually prefer bok choy, but they didn't have it at the store when we went to Costco, so unfortunately we're just gonna have to do with spinach. Okay, and we're just stirring this baby in there. Bon appetit, guys. We are through. Thank you guys for tuning into my channel to make oxtail. It is about midnight here right now, and so we are just going to go ahead and enjoy the fruits of our labor. I will see you guys in the next video. That was close.